toss. They deferred the option to the second half. So Maryland will start on offense. Spinning kickoff over the head of William Likely, and it'll be a touchback. Sixth-year senior quarterback C.J. Brown, a grad student.
It will be vital for Maryland to do that today with C.J. Brown. Look for a lot more rushing attempts today.
No Stephon Diggs for Maryland, out for the remainder of the regular season with a lacerated kidney. Wes Brown has the football.
And of course, Jake Ryan's their stud middle linebacker for Michigan.
Emotional day for Jake Ryan, the senior from Cleveland, Ohio, playing his final home game. First down run by Brown is a 3-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 7. Quick hitter, and the pass incomplete. Looking for Jaquil Bay. He was open, had running room, just couldn't secure the football. Well, no Stephon Diggs. He is with the team, but not in uniform. It's a play they like to run for him. So it's now 3rd down and 7. You see the numbers on 3rd down this season for Maryland, not great. What Brown does, and it's not going to be enough for a first down. It'll be a 3 and out. Nathan Renfro to punt it away. Averages 41 yards per boot. Low kick returnable for Dennis Norfleet. Fields it on the run at the 28-yard line. Gets past the first wall and then is stoned at about the 36-yard line. Devin Gardner, really interesting numbers. We'll revisit that throughout the course of the day. Great numbers in the first quarter. Things really change after that for him. Trying to get up to his usual good start. Keep the football, and that doesn't fool Jeremiah Johnson, who brings him down. Loss of 1 on the play. So on 2nd and 11, Justice Hayes comes in. He is the better blocker and receiver. So they like to bring him in on long yardage plays. And the catch is made. There's Devin Funches, his first grab. Catch number 51 on the year for number 1. Our Auto Owners Insurance Impact players for when Michigan has the ball.
Devion Smith had his best day against Northwestern, 121 rush yards. We talked about Devin Funches. They're going to move him around that particular last play. He was in the slot. And then William Likely is the leader, tied for the lead in interceptions in the league. Let's see if they match him up with Funches at all today.
Devin Funches now has caught a pass in 24 consecutive games. Pretty good company when you're tied with Desmond Howard. Option football. Hayes on the edge. So on 4th down and 1, Doug Nussmeier, the offensive coordinator, is going to have to dial up a play here. Michigan going to go for it on their first possession, 4th down and 1. Gardner, a big fella, dives over the line. There is a flag down.
False start, offense, number 4. 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
Will Hogrup will kick it away. The dangerous William Likely on their goal. Look at this, it's a fake, and it's a gorgeous fake. This is a huge play. Joe Carriage down inside the 10. We should have listened more intently. Brady Hoke insisted that Joe Carriage has just been spectacular at what he does this year. Doesn't get a lot of chances to shine, but there was a chance, and he sure did shine. Drake Johnson gets the football, and he's tackled close to the line of scrimmage.
You're always looking for a spark, but you have to create the spark as well, and that's what Brady Hoke did with that fake punt. Create a spark for your team. Now, let's see if Michigan can finish here in the red zone.
5 and 5 through 10 games for the Wolverines. The magic number is 6. They've become securely bowl eligible. They fake the speed sweep. Gardner's got it. Running out of time, and he's tackled at the 4. Spread formation with the 4 receivers in the game. Gardner, the dart is incomplete. Freddie Canteen couldn't hang on.
And that was an outside slant by Canteen, and it was a bullet by Gardner. There's another crucial drop. They have to settle for 3. Good stop by Maryland's defense after the fake punt.
The senior Matt Weil. And it's blocked. And it still goes through. Wow. The guys, the girls band, cheerleaders. Touchback for a second consecutive time. Brown, quick hitter, complete to Deion Long, his first touch, and Long spun down at the 37-yard line, but that's a first down gain. Designed rollout left side, and Brown. Nice pitch and catch. Jaquil Bay makes this catch after dropping one a moment ago. Tackle made by Jake Ryan. Offensive coordinators love this. Second down and 3. Tight end Derek Hayward, number 48, in the slot. And another quick hitter. The pass incomplete, almost intercepted. Raymond Taylor almost had the deflection. Jaquil Bay couldn't hang on.
Maryland should have run the ball there instead of throwing.
It's not ideal weather for throwing the football all the way around. It's cold, it's wet, slick football. And down goes Brown. Taco Charlton has played quite a bit this year, but getting even more playing time today and in the games to come because Frank Clark dismissed earlier this week. Frank Clark has been a big-time contributor on the defensive line, but he is not with the team any longer. Dennis Norfleet watches it bound inside the 25, and it'll be down at the 22. One of the real good guys and a Michigan legend being honored just a moment ago, John Jansen, co-captain on the 1997 National Championship team. He started 50 consecutive games as a college player. Didn't slow down in a 10-year NFL career.
A great career.
Michigan's got the football for the second time. Justice Hayes with some wriggle room. Gets out to the 29-yard line. Pickup of 7. Important game for the Wolverines, trying to get to 6 wins and bowl eligibility. Another chance for Hayes, and Hayes in the secondary across the 40 to the 42. Anthony Dixon the stop, but 13 more yards.
Get the run game going. You saw 2 good runs.
Hayes to the sideline. Davion Smith replaces him. Gardner in trouble. Just throws it away and lives to fight another day. He was being pressured by Yannick Cujo-Virgil. Gardner's going to be in trouble maybe this afternoon because this is a defensive front wall for Maryland that likes to get after the quarterback. 28 sacks through 10 games. Designed quarterback keeper, and Gardner, nice stiff arm, still on his feet. That'll bring up third down and manageable. William Likely forced him out of bounds. Third down and 6. Devin Punch is bottom of your screen. Gardner looking his way. Pass is complete. Close to the first down marker. It appears he has the first down. And William Likely, one of the best corners in the country. But he's only 5'7", 175 pounds. Gardner. Pass is complete, but not going anywhere. It's the tight end, Jake Butt. Here from Green Pond, New Jersey.
Had 19 tackles earlier in the year against Indiana. He's really playing well.
Delayed handoff to Hayes. And Hayes gets back to lost yards and then 3 more. So it's a pickup of about 5. NFL experience. He was the Cowboys defensive coordinator 2007 and 2008. Gardner on third down. His throw incomplete. Looking for Funches.
So far, I like what Gardner's doing, throwing the football.
How about another fake with Joe Carriage? Not this time, they'll punt it away. Hogrup angling this kick inside the 10. Oh, the old-fashioned coffin corner for Will Hogrup. Brandon Ross checks into the game, number number 45, starts off in the end zone behind the quarterback, C.J. Brown. And they give it to Ross. And Ross gets to the 9-yard line. Let's check in with Rebecca Harlow. Thank you, Rebecca. Yes, 2nd down and 8 after the 2-yard pickup by Ross. Brown gonna keep it. He's got a ton of room. Oh, look at the wheels of C.J. Brown. Finally tracked down close to the 40-yard line by Jordan Lewis.
Which is key. Field position is key for a road team.
6th-year senior C.J. Brown, graduate student from Business School of Maryland. This is Ross. Gain of 3 on 1st down. Thank you. This is Maryland's welcome to the Big Ten moment. Welcome to Big Ten weather moment. 2nd down at 6. Another slant dropped. Better try a different play. Daniel Adams this time. C.J. Brown not 2 for 5 passing, but with 3 drops. 3rd down, and it's blown up. Beautiful play by Mario Ojemudia. Renfro to punt it away. Norfleet back deep. Punt is going into the wind. Norfleet had a ton of room to run. Michigan next week, they will be against Ohio State in Columbus, Maryland. They have Rutgers at home. Gardner to throw. And that pass nearly picked off by William Likely. Why you would go near that guy? 2nd down at 10. This is Drake Johnson trying to get to the edge. Short gain. Matt Robinson gets him out of bounds. 3rd down at 7 now. Gardner's pass complete to Funches. Needs to break a tackle. He doesn't do it. That saved a 1st down. Anthony Nixon with the sure tackle.
Just the route wasn't deep enough. You have to get that route past the 1st down marker. They were short.
Dangerous. William Likely back deep. Returnable kick. Here comes Likely. Straight up the gut. Landed to his own man. Still on his feet. And Likely out to midfield. That's the first time today that Maryland has gotten the football past the 50-yard line. It's a 28-yard return. Brown to throw on 1st down. Nice pass, laid it in beautifully. Bays got it, and a big-time gain for the Terps. They give up an average of about 2.8 yards per carry on the ground. That's sensational. Short gain. Let's go to Dave Revson for a Slim Jim studio update. Jerry kills Gophers on the road, taking down Nebraska, an angry Nebraska team that had a real ugly loss against Wisconsin a week ago. To the 20-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd down and 2. Ball's on the 20-yard line. Designed rollout. Brown wants to run for it, and he didn't get there. He had an opening for a moment, and then Joe Bolden closed it in a hurry. And C.J. Brown is not getting up.
That's not a good sight for Maryland to have him on the ground. It was a design rollout to one receiver or run the ball. Looks like he just got twisted. Helmet comes off. Looks like he got his neck twisted a little bit on the tackle.
His backup is Perry Hills, sophomore from Pittsburgh. And I think this makes the decision of what to do pretty clear for Randy Edsall, who hasn't missed so far this season. 38-yarder for Craddock. He does that a lot. We're tied at 3. From the 1-yard line, here's Norfleet. Banged down as he crosses the 30. The Ohio State Buckeyes, his home state team, and they almost beat Ohio State this week. Davion Smith has the football in a good game. That'll be a first down.
You saw it with Smith right there. Let's see if they can keep that going.
First down. Short gain for Davion Smith. He was running behind his center, Jack Miller. Jack Miller is considered by the coaching staff to be one of the most consistent players on offense for Michigan this year. Junior from Perrysburg, Ohio. Wish he could be here. Second down and 8, and a tremendous catch made by the tight end Butt. 250-pounder laying out. We've had some good tight ends here at Michigan over the years. Aaron Shea, Jeremy Tooman. First down and 10. Gardner, ton of real estate. He's got the first down and more. The senior from Inkster out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Brady Hope told us this is the healthiest Devin Gardner has been in months. Smith to the 20. Sean Davis, Matt Robinson on the tackle. No yards on that play for Smith. Third down. We've had freezing rain throughout the course of the day. It's stopped now. The ground is still wet down there on the field. Gardner's pass just threw it up for grabs, and we've got a penalty flag. Who's it going to be on? It was William Likely defending Amara Darbo.
Pass interference, defense, number 4. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So the ball moved all the way to the 5-yard line. Davion Smith, 6 yards behind the quarterback Gardner. Smith stone. Oh man, nothing doing there. He was met in the hole and dropped. Sean Davis came up from his safety spot.
There he is in a shotgun formation. I think they're a lot better off when they do this.
Design run for Gardner, looking for a crease. It never appears. Another good play by Keith Bowers. Bo Deaver checks in, number 3, top of your screen for the Wolverines. Gardner goes down. A huge loss. Anthony Nixon brings him down. 33-yard attempt from Matt Weil. Senior's already made 1 field goal today. That one is standard issue. Brady Hoke will take it.
In the Big Ten.
Returnable for Likely. Starts in the 3. Likely to the 33-yard line. He's fun to watch. Not a lot of options after C.J. Brown. The backup Perry Hills. But no Caleb Rowe, who's out for the year. Hurt his knee after playing parts of 4 games. Jaquil Vay with his first carry picks up 2. Let's go down to the field and check in with Rebecca. I do wonder about the need for an ice pack on a 35-degree day, though.
Whatever it takes. But
second down and 8.
He's tough.
Blitz picked up nicely. Still no running room for Jaquil Vay. Jake Ryan
is having a great year.
3rd and 9. Brown, wide open receiver, first down. Dion Long with the grab. His 3rd catch, tackle made by Taylor. But a nice gainer of 15 yards on 3rd down. They have every single football. Well, they have a football that signifies every win in the history of Michigan football. Really neat exhibit. First down at 10. Brown wants to throw. Little pitch out. And Wes Brown gets it to the 31-yard line. Making something out of nothing 3.1 GPA. He's a finalist for the Warfel Trophy, which is given to the player who best exhibits exemplary community service. Wants to be administered after his playing days are over, which may not be anytime soon. Greg Madison, the defensive coordinator here at Michigan, says this guy will be a pro. Greg Madison knows what he's talking about, former NFLer himself. 2nd down and 3. Wes Brown smacked to the ground by Mario Ojemudia.
In the quarterback run game, meaning when to give the running back the ball and when to keep it himself.
I don't know. 3rd down and 1. Ojemudia blew it up. Here we go. A 41-yard field goal attempt. Brad Craddock hasn't missed all year. To tie it at 6. This guy's a robot. 41 yards for Craddock. They've already assured themselves of a trip to the championship game. They've got that tiebreaker with the Spartans.
People don't understand that sometimes. The physical that you take, the poundage you take works on you mentally, but he's healthy as he's ever been this year, so.
Real quick pitch and catch. Devin Funches has it, and Will Likely simply won't let him go.
Both these quarterbacks are tough quarterbacks. They've taken hits all year long, and here they are late in the year still playing good football.
He impressed me a couple of years ago. Denard Robinson was still here. Just to get him on the field, he was used as a wide receiver. And that ball's kicked off. William Likely's got the football, and Likely can run. Likely down the sideline out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Interception number 6 for William Likely.
And again, Michigan has a case of the drops. They've had them all year long. Gardner stands in the pocket, delivers the ball a little high, a little behind, so there's a little bit of a misthrow there, but Likely's always in the right place.
So 1st down and goal. Michigan's defense in the red zone. Really good. They're going to need to be stout here. Gift field position for the Terps. Into the end zone. Incomplete. He was looking for Kenneth Goins. Cool formation. Shaquille Bay is the deep back for Maryland. Number 34. And a flag. And that'll be a procedural penalty against Maryland.
False start. Offense, number 6. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Now, no inverted wishbone here, just your basic pistol. Wes Brown now moved to the side of C.J. Brown. Little slant, complete, down to the 4-yard line. Amba Edatawa, his first catch of the afternoon.
Maryland's been a good red zone offensive team all year long.
3rd and goal. Brown, incomplete. The tight end Hayward can't hang on. Would have had a touchdown. Interesting, on 3rd down and goal, you'd throw it to a guy who only has 1 catch through 10 games so far this season. 21-yard field goal attempt for Craddock. And as per usual, Craddock bangs it through. Here in our 2nd quarter, Wolverines, they have just 1 timeout remaining. Norfleet starts from the goal line. And he's brought down at the 15.
Just a wonderful player. Always around the football. They put him, he's only 5'7", they put him on the best receivers in the league.
1st down run, Drake Johnson runs hard out across the 30-yard line. Maybe that'll jumpstart this drive. 16 yards for the sophomore. Clock moving, under a minute and a half to play here in our first half. Johnson across the 40, spun down at the 42 by Cole Farron.
Nothing fancy, just trying to be physical in the run game.
Maryland not stopping the run, so Nussmeier continued to call the runs. And out across the 50. That's Matt Robinson. He's been banged up all season long. You see him playing with that harness on his right shoulder. So he'll have to come out for at least a play. Jalen Brooks replaces him. Brooks wears number 43.
It gave Maryland a chance to recover on defense, get their defense right.
Clock moves again. And another carry, the fourth in a row for Drake Johnson. I like this play call. Until Maryland proves they can stop it, keep doing it.
Great job by Johnson on the cut. And he's taking everything up the field, reading the defense very well, reading his blocks.
161 rushing yards here in the first half for the Wolverines. And Johnson, this time a little bit of tough going, is down at the 35-yard line. We're now under 40 seconds, and the clock continues to move. Wolverines with just one timeout.
You have to start thinking timeouts when you get around 30. They're under 30 right now.
Here comes the blitz. Picked up beautifully. Johnson stoned his man. Completed pass, and Buck gets out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 19 seconds remaining in the quarter. Be a really long field goal for Matt Weil. And he didn't get there. Drake Johnson met in the hole by Anthony Nixon. It's fourth down. Clock continues to move.
Michigan went to a double tight end
Please
set.
reset the game clock to 14 seconds. 1-4.
Okay, and 14 seconds remaining here in the half. And Gardner almost sacked. Throws on the run. It's caught. What a catch by Butt. With 1 second remaining in the half. This will be the final play of the half. A 26-yard field goal for Matt Weil to tie it at 9. And if you like field goals, this has been the half for you. Rebecca, I love the fact that Brady Hope has got bare arms, forearms exposed to the elements. Norfleet, Quicksilver out across the 30 to the 34. Good starting field position for the Wolverines. A 27-yard return.
No more drops for either team will be key.
Davion Smith starts as the tailback. And Smith lowers the head and gets what's available. Pickup of 4. Offensive line of Mason Cole, Graham Glasgow, Jack Miller, Kyle Kalis, Ben Braden. Much improved from early in the season. Tipped ball in the air, incomplete. Jeremiah Johnson with big dreams.
Get those big paws up in the air at the last minute. That's good timing by Kilgo.
Third downs have been an adventure for both sides. A combined 2 for 13 in terms of converting third down. Gardner, roll out, pass complete, punches, has the first down.
When you go out, when you played catch with your grandfather back in the day, did you have fun with that? And Punches said, yeah. He said, just treat it like that. Have some fun.
First down at 10. Gardner flushed out of the pocket. Oh, up that little Walter Payton step, and he's out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Oh, that was cool. Second 20-plus yard run for Devin Gardner. And the ball's loose on the ground, and aborted play. That'll be a loss. And it'll bring up second down and long.
It expands their offense a lot more. It gives the opportunity for Devin Gardner to run the ball.
Loss of a pair. He hands it off speed sweep. Justice Hayes makes a man miss. Down to the 25. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1, maybe 2.
And you saw that. You have to be able to make the first tackler miss, and he did that. Got a 3rd and manageable situation here, 3rd and 1.
A.J. Williams checks in as an extra tight end for the Wolverines. And this is just classic Michigan power football. Davion Smith running behind his pads, picks up the 1st down.
Something that was a must, according to head coach Brady Hoke, today for Michigan to be successful was hard-nosed running inside the tackles.
Michigan, after going 1 for 7, converting 3rd downs in the first half, they've completed a pair here on this drive. They had 3 times the amount of 1st downs as the Terrapins. Incomplete. Man was open. Jake Butt just didn't get his hands up in time. There's a flag down on the field.
Illegal shift, offense. That penalty's declined, brings up 2nd down.
Penalty was declined, so 2 penalties against Michigan, only 1 enforced. Designed run. Gardner spun down at the 15-yard line.
Design quarterback run, as you said, Eric.
So 3rd down and 4. Michigan trying to convert the third down here on this drive. Again, Gardner going to use the feet, and Gardner with a chance. Touchdown, Michigan!
Draw play. I don't know if that was design or Devin Gardner just saw an opening. Smart decision making on his part. Touchdown. Smart by Devin Gardner to recognize that.
Low skimming kick picked up by an up back. And out across the 30 to the 32-yard line goes Joe Riddle.
So much love for Devin Gardner down here on senior day.
He's been through a whole bunch, yeah, Rebecca, thank you. And he has come through shining. Coaching staff praising him for his preparedness, his attitude, his leadership. It's been a wild ride for the 4 years Devin Gardner has been here in Ann Arbor.
But they've been a good road team this year.
2nd down and 4, designed quarterback run. And Brown does his Gardner impersonation, gets the 1st down. That's just the 6th 1st down on the day for Maryland.
In the interior of that Michigan defense.
Starting to rain just a little bit here in Ann Arbor. Brown tackle, pickup of 1. 2nd and 9. Remember, Maryland playing without Stephon Diggs, also playing without Juwan Winfrey, who was suspended for a pair of games. They're really high on Winfrey, a true freshman receiver, who was starting to come on. Brown wants to throw, steps up in the pocket, and his pass was on the money, and Long could not bring it in. That should have been a big gain and a 1st down for the Terps.
That was a great throw by Brown to Long. And Brown's taking a hit. That's a good throw. It looks like Brown saw that safety coming up. A little high on the throw, but you got to come down with that play.
Jared Wilson popped him.
A lot of wide receivers don't like going over the middle. I know Deion Long likes to, but those are tough plays to make.
Well, who's next for the Terps? Someone's got to step up. Shaquille Vay, Daniel Adams, along with Amba Edatawa in the game at the receiver spots right now for the Terrapins. 3rd and 9. And a flag. We had movement up front.
False start. Offense, number 80. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
3rd and a bunch. Just a 3-man rush, but the Wolverines still get home. Matthew Godin. So Renfro to punt it away. Norfleet on the run. Lets it bounce and takes it up. Dangerous play. Norfleet, he's got a chance. He's ahead of the pack. What kind of speed do you have, young man? Touchdown, Michigan! Way back on the 40-yard line, there is a flag down.
It is usually dangerous when a punt goes near the middle of the field.
On the return, block in the back, receiving team number 18. 10 yards from the spot of the foul, first down Michigan.
And that was a tough break for Michigan.
Drake Johnson's got the football in a full head of steam. Good gain on first down, a pickup of 7 for the sophomore. He runs hard.
Do it by series, so they can get in the rhythm of the game.
J.U. Chesson is the man in motion. And Johnson dives forward. He's got a first down. Cold fair in the tackle, but the chains will move. And Joe Carriage had the 52-yarder on the fake punt back in the first quarter. Maryland as a team, just 55 rushing yards. Slipping out of the backfield, this is the tight end, A.J. Williams! And the big kid rumbles across the 50-yard line, finally pushed out of bounds. Junior out of Cincinnati, his first catch in today's game, his 4th catch on the year. Johnson spun down at about the 43-yard line.
Just want to create some physicality in their offense right now. Nothing fancy, just right up the middle. These running backs are running hard, and there's been no lost yardage plays.
That's been big. 5:20 remaining in our third quarter. Nice catch made by Carriage. Had to turn all the way around. This guy's nimble, 244 pounds.
Because Gardner's been throwing it behind, especially in the flat. What a great catch by Carriage. Wow.
Quote from Brady Hoke, Joe Carriage is a really good player. We asked specifically, anyone playing real well that doesn't get talked about a lot? Joe Carriage. He's performed this afternoon. First down and 10, Smith. Finally tackled at the 31-yard line. L.A. Goree in on that tackle. But not a touchdown. That's hard to do. Second down and 5. This time the Terrapins are prepared. Davion Smith brought down. Darius Kilgo wrapped him up. Loss of a yard.
To get him in a 3rd and 6. And third downs have been tough all day for Michigan and Maryland.
Here's the 18th play for Michigan here in this third quarter. Gardner throws it up and incomplete. It's now 4th down. Look at this, 4th down and 6 on the outskirts of field goal range. Brady Hoke says, let's go for it.
Might be a pooch kick.
Gardner wants to throw, pass incomplete. It was behind Funches. What do you think about that play call on 4th and 6?
I don't know about that call.
David Cobb, if he's healthy, he got banged up today. And the win over Nebraska. Quarterback keeper on first down, C.J. Brown rumbles out to the 38-yard line. And Michigan giving it over on downs just a moment ago. Terrapins just 1 score away. That didn't fool anyone. Matthew Godin's made some big plays. Mario Ojemudia also in the mix. 3rd down and a bunch. Good pass. Wide open receiver. That'll be a first down. Marcus Leak, his first catch, number 19 on the year. And a quick snap. Quarterback keeper. And Brown out across the 45 to the 43.
Wants to run over defensive backs, too.
Numbers starting to accumulate for the 6th-year senior. Actually, the graduate program at Maryland. Catch and run. Marcus Leak, another first down.
That's the strength.
Deion Long back into the game at one of the receiver spots. They get it to him. Long lowers the head to the 28-yard line. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. And another quarterback keeper. Brown to the 15. Maryland looking to get their 7th win on the year, down by 7. Oh, look at this misdirection, sniffed out beautifully by Brennan Byer. The senior's been around for 4 years and wasn't going to allow it.
How about Byer on that play? They had a great backdoor screen set up, and Byer read it and made the play. He was the only one over there for that. Great play by Byer, staying at home and being disciplined in his defensive call to make that play, because Maryland would have scored a touchdown.
He was the only one on that side of the field. Brown. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Need a running route or a crossing route, you still can get the 1st down. Don't need to go all the way to the end zone with the throw.
4-man rush, crossing route, incomplete! Joe Bolden laying a hit on Jaquil Vey. Has not missed this season. And Craddock, there's a flag down. Right where the kick was made, a flag is down.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense number 26. Half the distance to the goal, it's an automatic 1st down.
It was a 4th and 12, and another special teams mistake. Jordan Lewis coming in off the edge.
Not at the kicker.
Remember earlier in the second half, a Dennis Norfleet punt return for a touchdown was called back because of an illegal block in the back. So that's the 2nd special teams gaffe by the Wolverines since halftime. Maryland back on the field offensively. 1st down run, here's Brown. Touchdown, Maryland.
And special teams mistakes, or any mistake, will come back to haunt you. That was a simple sweep with a lead blocker for C.J. Brown. Too easy on that one. There's nobody over there. Lead blocker was a pulling guard. Nice job. Just good play call by Mike Loxley, the offensive coordinator. Quarterbacks, easy quarterback sweep.
8-yard touchdown run for Brown. Craddock back in the game. Looks like he's no worse for the wear. And we're tied at 16.
That's what Michigan's been faced with all year long.
4th time we've been tied. It's 16 all. Into the end zone, Norfleet will take a knee. More of that freezing stuff coming down right now. To the 30-yard line goes Drake Johnson.
And I'm impressed with the ball security with the rain, Eric. You see the rain there. And the ball security today has been good. We haven't seen balls on the ground. We've seen drops, but not fumbles. And this is going to be paramount with this rain coming down, how this all plays out. But ball security will be the issue from here on out.
Gardner, nobody open, takes it himself. 1st down for Michigan. Power football, 2 tight ends in the game right now for Michigan. Gardner's pass is complete. Finds Darbo. Big time gain all the way down to the 37-yard line. Gardner was hit by Andre Monroe. Monroe 8.5 sacks on the year, but for the most part, we haven't mentioned his name a whole bunch because he's going against Mason Cole. Big ol' number 52, the true freshman left tackle, has nullified Monroe. Johnson, pads popping down to the 32. His center, Jack Miller, says, you know what? Mason Cole is not as strong as a lot of the guys he goes against right now. He's just too young, but he's a great technician, was coached wonderfully as a high school player and just knows how to do the appropriate thing. 3rd down and 6. Gardner's been a lot more accurate here in the second half. Darbo with the catch, tackled by Johnson. Smith, nowhere to go. Darius Kilgo, first person to get there.
And Kilgo at 310 pounds in the middle is a hard man to move out of there. Hard to block Darius Kilgo.
Gardner goes down. There's Andre Monroe. And Monroe, 5'11", 282 pounds. Offensive line issues have plagued the Wolverines all season long. Gardner going to run on 3rd and 16. And he'll make it at least a manageable field goal attempt as he gets to the 21-yard line. So here comes Matt Weil, a 39-yard attempt. He's already made 3 field goals. And that one is wide left. First time either kicker has missed a field goal. C.J. Brown engineering a touchdown the last time the Terps had the football to tie this one up. Quarterback run out to the 26. Let's go to Dave Revson for a Slim Jim studio update. Nothing decided out in the West. 2nd down and 6, a jump pass incomplete. Let's go down to the field and check in with Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca. 3rd down and 6. Brown's going to need to make a play. Three-man rush. And Brown diving for the marker. It's going to depend on the spot.
The previous play is under further review. After review, the ball will be placed with the white stripe on the 32-yard line, and we will measure.
Oh, wow. By the nose of the football.
That's the type of game it is.
Brown to throw on 1st down. But this all important to get to 6 wins and bowl eligibility. Ross, another good gainer. Did the ball come loose late? Well, Ross still has it. And that's close to the 1st down marker. They give him the 1st down.
Rush game.
Here comes the blitz, Joe Bolden. Forced Brown inside, and he's finished off by Ojemudia.
You want to protect that throwing shoulder a little bit.
Brown's pass, a beauty. Jaquil Vay, another catch. He's been asked to step up with no Stephon Diggs.
Strength is outside the pocket.
Brown looking for the home run, and it's caught at Ottawa all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Good job. C.J. Brown did a nice job with his eyes on a wide receiver screen and threw it down the field.
They put the ball on the 3-yard line. Brown running for a touchdown a moment ago. Gonna keep it. Brown to the 1.
Stay with the run here. No need to throw it on a 2nd goal. I'm sure they've called another run play.
With the touchdown a moment ago in this quarter, C.J. Brown has set the new Maryland record for touchdowns accounted for in a career. Hoping to account for another one right here. Bolden jumps over the line, misses everything, and it's a touchdown for Maryland. The Terps have taken the lead.
Maryland went to an unbalanced set underneath the center. 2nd goal. Give your running back a full head of steam going in that line. Stay low, get your pads down. Doesn't need to jump up there. Good job stretching across the goal line for Brown.
5th rushing touchdown on the year for Wes Brown. And how critical right now is that review and the overturn of the call to begin this drive. Wolverines down by a touchdown. It'll be a touchback to begin the drive. Michigan down a touchdown. 5:59 remaining. They start from the 25-yard line. Local kid Drake Johnson weaving across the 40. Another impressive run for the sophomore.
By Doug Nussmeier, the offensive coordinator. Look for them to run the ball some more here.
And a negative play. That's been a huge problem all season long. You go forward and then you go backwards. Keith Bowers, a loss of 3. Gardner's been steady. Does have an interception, but it was on a tipped pass. 2nd and 13. Punches, another drop.
He's their big play receiver. Go back to them at some point in time would be crucial for Michigan before this game's over.
Only a 3-man rush. Gardner. That's what they wanted him to do. There was a whole host of linebackers and safeties waiting for him at midfield. It's 4th down and a decision.
We'll see if they roll out with Devin Gardner, so he's at least a 3rd option if nothing's open.
Gardner's pass incomplete. No flags. Jeremiah Johnson, the defense on Funches. So, C.J. Brown and the Terrapins with a chance to add to their lead. Brown, good gain on 1st down.
With accuracy.
Another run for Brown, and he's just rolling over Wolverines. Takes out Joe Bolden. Brown, again, just showing off some power. Maryland's in prime position to get a 1st down. And Maryland does get another 1st down. Clock will stop temporarily. Brown, another big gainer on 1st down. Almost lost that ball. Pickup of 6. So, we are under a minute to play. And Brown brought down short of the 1st down marker, and here is the timeout. It's going to be a math game after this play is run, as long as it's a running play and it stays in bounds. Brown holding onto the football with 2 arms. He's tackled short of the 1st down. It'll bring up 4th down. The math works out for the Terrapins. They go on the road and they deny Michigan their 6th win of the year.
Big win for Coach Edsel and his staff on the road. They've been a good road team. They're 5-1 now on the road. That's tough to do. Go on the road and win games.
Thanks for watching Maryland Football Classics. Be sure to check your local listings for future episodes.